Star Wars is finally moving beyond the Skywalker saga with a new trilogy. It is an important question, really, a big question, really, on what exactly is going on with Star Wars, what's sort of happening, over the next few years. The Mandalorian and Grogu came out earlier this week, last Friday. We got The Mandalorian and Grogu. I will be seeing it. I'll be going to see it as soon as possible, and I'll be dropping a review of that. But sort of, beyond The Mandalorian and Grogu, over the next few years, several years, what is going on with the Star Wars franchise? What direction is Star Wars moving in? And it is a important question to ask. Are we getting 10, 11 and 12? Well, maybe, potentially. And man, it's just got to be said. I mean, I know it's fairly obvious at this point, but like what they've done, what Disney have done to this franchise over the last 10 years is genuinely fucking despicable. It really is. I mean, this was the greatest franchise in the history of Hollywood, in the history of pop culture. Just Star Wars was just the most powerful, influential, intellectual property ever created, the greatest cinematic franchise ever. And it just isn't that anymore. If you went back to like 2010 even, or even like right when the prequels had wrapped up, even with the backlash that came with the prequels, even with that, Star Wars was still the greatest cinematic franchise, most influential intellectual property ever created, even with the backlash of the prequels. But Disney have just poured gasoline over the entire thing and lit the franchise on fire. They have just strapped dynamite and blown to pieces the greatest franchise in cinematic history. They really have. Anyway, Star Wars has spent the last few years in something of a holding pattern. It's not like it's disappeared, because Disney Plus has been dropping new series like hotcakes, from The Mandalorian to Andor, Ahsoka, Kenobi, and more. The big screen has been extremely barren, though, since Episode 9 closed out the sequel trilogy in 2019. Now that we have The Mandalorian and Grogu on the big screen, though, we're starting to look ahead to what's next. One of the biggest upcoming pieces of that plan is a new Star Wars trilogy that will reportedly take place after the events of the Skywalker saga, as reported by GQ, and will be penned by Simon Kinberg. So at the least, that means we won't be circling the same 30-year period again, but instead looking to the future rather than the past, which is certainly a good thing for Star Wars if it wants to evolve.